The NBA All-Star Game has become somewhat of a joke. There are still some fun moments like Tyrese Halliburton hitting 5 threes in a row.
Tyrese, Gilgeous-Alexander defending him, and Halliburton drills that one. That one rattles in. Halliburton on a heater right now. Are you kidding me right now? Are you kidding me right now?
Pacers fans counting during Giannis's free throws.
At least $100,000, $240,000 will go to the winner. They're counting them down. Look, they know it well.
And Damian Lillard hitting some half-court shots.
Oh my God! Y'all see this? Damian Lillard! Y'all see this? Half-court! Did y'all see this?
Dame Lillard.
But for the most part, the competitive nature of the game has completely diminished. Players just have wide-open lanes to the rim, or they just chuck up any three they can get. It hasn't always been like this, though. The All-Star Game used to have some competition to it, and maybe the greatest example came in 2001 when Allen Iverson led the East to a win over Kobe Bryant's West team. How great was the 2001 All-Star Game, and how was it so different than the 2024 All-Star Game we all just witnessed? The 2001 All-Star Game featured some of the greatest players of all time. The West's starting five included Kobe Bryant, Tim Duncan, Kevin Garnett, Jason Kidd, and Chris Webber. A great collection of talent, and Shaquille O'Neal was sidelined with an injury. The Eastern Conference also dealt with injuries to Grant Hill and Alonzo Mourning, so one-time All-Stars Antonio Davis and Anthony Mason started alongside Allen Iverson, Vince Carter, and Tracy McGrady. The West got out to a hot start, scoring the first 11 points of the game.
Duncan got the step, able to beat Davis.
Jason Kidd hit a half-court shot at the buzzer going into halftime, and it was touted as a miracle shot back then.
Kidd at the buzzer to end the first half.
What a sensational run by the West.
The West extended their lead to 19 points going into the fourth quarter, and that's where it really got interesting. Dikembe Mutombo, who was an injury replacement for Alonzo Mourning, was known then by a nickname.
They won't go in there with Mount Mutombo, huh? Man, I'm climbing Mount Mutombo today.
Mount Mutombo had 22 rebounds in the game and set the tone defensively early in the fourth quarter with these big blocks.
Here's Vlade Divac, stopped by Dikembe Mutombo. Nice dish, Finley can't hit.
This All-Star Game had several players who were known for being insanely good defenders. Mutombo, Kevin Garnett, Gary Payton, Jason Kidd, and a few others. The East quickly produced a 9-0 run, taking advantage of some misses from the West and getting out in transition.
Here's Stackhouse.
Vince Carter hit a three to cut the West's lead to 7 points, and the defense started to pick up.
The East hanging around. Carter now has 16 points.
Look at the level of the defense start to pick up now. The game is in the balance. Both teams want to win.
Finley lost it. Recovered by Robinson.
Off of a missed shot from Kobe, Allen Iverson took it all the way for an and one to cut the lead to 4.
It's only a 7-point game with 4.5 to go. Iverson, does he get the continuation? Yes, he does. It counts, and the foul.
The intensity was rising. Iverson tried to take it all the way again, but Tracy McGrady was there for the putback to tie the game, and the crowd in Washington, D.C. was loving it.
Bryant. Mutombo altered that shot. Here comes Iverson. Kidd is back. Iverson. Rebound McGrady. And the game is tied at 100.
And Iverson scored his 13th point of the fourth quarter off this three that gave the East their first lead of the game. One of the best things about a competitive All-Star game is seeing which star players rise to the top of the food chain. Iverson rose to the occasion on the East team, and a 22-year-old Kobe Bryant, coming off his first championship the season before, was trying to do the same for the West as he called his own number to give the West the lead.
Bryant able to hit.
Well, great players make great plays. Kobe Bryant going off the screen of Tim Duncan, pulls up, and he knows he cannot get to the basket because there is Mount Mutombo. He's been there the entire fourth period, and that little medium-range jump shot gives his team once again a 1-point lead.
Bryant, yes! Kobe Bryant with 2 clutch buckets. He now has 17. The West leads by 3.
Stephon Marbury hit a three to tie the game again, and then we saw something really rare, a double team in the All-Star Game.
They double him and force him to give it up. Jason Kidd might have to shoot the ball here as Iverson is just leaving him wide open.
Bryant.
Oh, that is unbelievable. Mutombo ran out unbelievable shots in a row here by Kobe Bryant.
But Starbury responded again.
To this 50th NBA All-Star Game, the West by 2. Marbury for 3 again. Stephon Marbury.
The East was up 111-110, and with 5 seconds left, the two stars squared off for the final shot. But unlike all the Kobe memes, he made the extra pass.
Marbury guarding Bryant. Down to 3. Marbury trying to get to Bryant. Duncan came up short, and it's over. To defeat the West, they outscore the West 41-21 in the fourth quarter.
Marv, that's one of the best All-Star games I've ever seen.
The ending of that game felt like it mattered, unlike the most recent All-Star game. So what made the 2001 game so much better? The first obvious difference is the shooting. In 2001, the whole West team took 11 threes in the game, while the East took 20. In the 2024 game, 5 players took 11 or more threes in the game, and Lillard took 23 by himself. In regular season games, teams are taking 21 more threes per game in 2024. That's 150% more than they were taking in 2001. Because of that, the spacing is entirely different. The 2001 West All-Stars started Tim Duncan, Kevin Garnett, and Chris Webber, who only made 28 threes combined in the 2001 season. Look at how different the lanes are to the basket in 2001 compared to 2024.
Payton, rebounded by Mutombo. Allen with the lead pass. Marbury is fouled.
Just a quick 15 here in this first quarter. 4 minutes in. Jokic, how about Luka Doncic?
That was an alley-oop. We'll call that an alley-oop.
Absolutely. The BFFs.
Every single 2024 All-Star took a 3 in the game. More players are taking threes than ever before. NBA players are much better shooters than they were 20 years ago. Jason Kidd's half-court heave at the buzzer was looked at as a miraculous feat, but Damian Lillard did it casually. Twice.
And Dame shooting from half-court.
As well. His second half-court shot of the game.
Stop it.
Another key difference is the amount of players that made the 2001 All-Star Game that were known for their defense. It was a prideful side of the ball for several key players selected. In 2001, there were 9 Defensive Player of the Year awards present between Dikembe Mutombo, Alonzo Mourning, Gary Payton, David Robinson, and Kevin Garnett. In 2024, there were only 3 between Kawhi Leonard and Giannis Antetokounmpo. Nearly half of all players selected to the 2001 game eventually made an all-defensive team, and those 12 players combined to make 82 teams throughout their careers. There were only 6 players in 2024 that have made all-defensive teams totaling 30 selections. The careers of players in the 2024 game aren't over yet, but that's a huge difference. The 2001 All-Star class also had some of the greatest winners of all time, who also had maniacal personalities. Players like Kobe Bryant, Kevin Garnett, Allen Iverson, and Tim Duncan were known for being ultra-competitive. Access to NBA games in 2001 was also completely different than in 2024 and has changed the game. In 2001, NBA League Pass had just become available to all cable providers. There was no online access, no on-demand highlights, no social media clips, no YouTube, no free Dawkins channel. They didn't even show the scoreboard for most of the time during the 2001 game. The All-Star Game was a national TV opportunity for players to stand out and make a name for themselves on a different level. Players in 2024 can do that with their own mixtapes and clips posted to millions of fans instantly. The social media component affects the All-Star Game in more ways too. Players are also open to more criticism than ever before in 2024. Steph Curry's block on Paolo Banchero's dunk attempt was seen 21.1 million times on just the NBA's Instagram. There's more embarrassment than ever at stake, and it might contribute to players not trying as hard or taking more risks. They'll probably change the format of the All-Star Game again and again, but for all these reasons, the 2001 All-Star Game may be the best that has ever been played.